It started out as a law to promote a new bed and breakfast industry and draw more local families into the tourism business.
The intent was to take the tourists, come into the family home and experience that hospitality, the Chamorro hospitality and the warmth of Guam, the experience to share in that.
But Senator Tina Muñoz Barnes says it apparently has mushroomed into a cottage industry of many undocumented and unregulated B&Bs. Winning resident Alfredo Bustamante knows about that firsthand. One was operating, he says, just down the street from him.
I am getting up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning by these taxis because they come in, the flight from Korea arrive in the morning, and by the time they arrive 2 doors from my house, I can hear all the noise. I gotta work. I have kids. I work from 6 o'clock in the morning until 11 o'clock midnight. So it is not fair for me that I get bothered with traffic, with noise, with tourists that are drunk. My kids cannot play Oxai anymore.
Bustamante said he reported the matter to Reventax and was told the operator was fined and ordered to stop. But Bustamante says the government needs a better way to crack down.
The main thing I want to tell you is you have evasion of taxes, federal taxes, FICA, it's things when you have employees you have to pay. Evasion of GRT. The GRT is for Guam, for the government of Guam, so we can improve the roads, we can get the community, bus stops and the support financially that we need. It comes from the GRTs. The third thing, operating without a license. What are we doing?
Reventax Director John Camacho says he's trying to assign more agents, but his resources are already stretched.
And we're looking at getting more people involved in the compliance area. And not only because of the BMB, but there's a lot out there that we monitor, and there's talk about cut fights, there's talk about gambling machines that are maybe not licensed and all these things.
You have the government not doing the jobs, the agencies that are supposed to be enforcing the law are not doing the jobs, and then you have an illegal operation that is preventing Guam to provide more jobs.
Camacho concedes they could use more help. So he's calling on the public to report in to Reventax when they see what might be tourists being shuttled to and from a house in the neighborhood.
You normally would see a pattern if you see, taxis and limousines passing the main roads, the local roads, to let us know. And then once we get that information, we try to get our staff to go out and verify these.
Bustamante says fellow realtors should also share in the responsibility and not simply look the other way.
And if a realtor knowing that a bed and breakfast is going to open, and they go and represent that person that owns the business and do not disclose that to the seller, to the landlord and his broker or realtor, they lying. And that is a major offense against the Code of Ethics.
Senator Barnes says she is now working with the regulatory agencies to determine what needs to be done.
If strengthening needs to be there, as far as needing the inspectors, those who go out and make sure that the laws are followed, if they need support there, we need to look at that.
Right now, it's basically, if let's say we're operating, this BMB for several months or even a year, the penalty for not getting a license is $1 a day.
And that's no real deterrent.
Yeah, yes.
Camacho recommends increasing penalties to $2,000 or even $5,000 per violation.
If we pass a law that would make it harsh on them, to impose these stiff penalties, then they'll think twice.
And let's make sure that the clarification is there, that everybody plays by the same rules and regulations, and that we provide for stronger penalties if that's not being followed.
But what they don't want to do is kill off the industry entirely.
If you have a license and you meet your requirements, hey, by no means, go ahead, you own your home, open, do business, make money, pay URT, fantastic. But when you have these transactions, get paid in Korea, because the owners are Koreans, and this goes to the bank in Korea from the owner. How we prove the money, how they pay URT, how they pay taxes.
If we don't fix the wrong, then we can potentially harm the image that we have. If we do not look at the safety concerns also, then we would be hurting our own industry, our own tourist industry. We need to make sure that as this industry continues to grow, and we support the bed and breakfast concept, and that's why we had bipartisan support. But if it's not being done right, then let's fix it.
For KUAM's Business Matters, I'm Nestor Licanto.